Good morning to you, and thanks so much for joining us on News 4 today. Stefano, it is early, it is Wednesday, and rain is coming down right now across the board. Not a ton of it, but I did notice that the roads were pretty wet on my way in.
Yeah.
This morning, a football coach in the mid-state faces rape charges for having a relationship with a student. Also developing overnight, one person was shot outside the Napier homes. Police responded to Claiborne Street around 8 p.m. And up in Clarksville, a man was found after being shot inside his car. A 403 and a bill that would essentially ban abortions in Tennessee is now moving forward. Opponents say that it's modeled after a Texas bill, but this one goes further by allowing people to sue the physician who performs the abortion. News 4's Tosin Vakile explains. There is an exception to the rule. This would not apply if the abortion prevents the mother from dying or worsening a condition. A 405 and new this morning, Metro Council has approved another round of changes to the operations of Transportainment in Nashville. Now, this has been an ongoing battle for months of strict regulations that then started to ease over time. Today, the second half of trials for Joe CLYDE Daniels begins. Jury selection is today for KRYSTAL Daniels. She's the mother of Joe, who disappeared back in 2018 and still hasn't been found. And last night, there was a reunion between a free woman and the former governor who cleared her case. Okay, now checking back in with Stefano about that morning commute. Around downtown Nashville, I really don't think it should be too bad right now, but the radar is very active behind you.
It is.
President Joe Biden plans to meet with NATO leaders in Europe next week to address Russia's deadly invasion of Ukraine. This as the UN reports more than 3 million people have fled the broken nation. Cole Higgins has the latest. We have new video this morning showing terrible weather conditions sweeping through Texas Monday night.
Would be nice. I enjoy the later sunsets. I like having more of the day, which is nice.
Even though I'm going to bed now when the sun is beaming on my face.
Yeah, get the blackout curtains. That'll certainly help. But this morning,
due to rising inflation, the cost of groceries continues to go up. News 4's Justina Latimer spoke with members of our community about how this is impacting their lives. Right now, you're taking a live look at the Nashville skyline this Wednesday, and you can't really tell from right there, but the rain is already coming down. Stefano, I didn't see a ton on my way in, but this is not just a morning event. This is really something we're going to be watching all day long.
It is going.
Human remains found in southern Illinois belong to a Clarksville woman who's been missing for almost 30 years. The remains were first discovered in January of 1993 in Mount Vernon, Illinois. We have new details this morning, revealing the gruesome details in the death of Memphis rapper Young Dolph. According to medical examiners in Shelby County, Adolph Thornton Jr. had gunshot wounds to the head, neck, and torso. A 434 and high gas prices are pushing some drivers to public transit. WeGo says that they are keeping their prices the same, even with the massive surge in fuel prices. It also has some other initiatives in place for riders to save even more money. News 4's Danielle Jackson shows us how people are starting to rely on public transit. Oh, I don't like this one. If you have bad allergies, they might get worse. A new study finds that climate change can actually worsen your allergies.
And just like that, Lindsay, sinuses are gone for the day.
Already.
Just done.
I really feel like it's a little bit worse in Tennessee.
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of a year-round thing at this point.
It pretty much is.
For me, at least.
Pollen season for us pretty much goes from, I don't know, early March to November. There's only a solid.
The ERNEST TUBB record shop opened in downtown Nashville in 1948, just 3 years after World War II ended. Well, this weekend, they announced plans to close because the property on Lower Broad is just too expensive. News 4's Terry Bolger was there and got reaction.